is my Atari 5200. You can see a nice copy of Defender plugged in. I have the power brick. I have controllers. Well, if you can call them controllers. You know, no big deal. But when I moved over to this house, I couldn't find the RF adapter. So, had to order one off eBay. I've already slit the package open because this is actually my second take on this video, and I sort of had failure with the censorship of the address and whatnot from both the seller and myself. Because you people are on the internet, I don't know what you might do. Anywho, let's do the ultimate and crazy one-handed unboxing crap because, you know, this is what everyone does. Conveniently, Sunday Comics looking like a Dilbert right there, used for the packaging. Packaging, box, more package. Oh, wait. There's the item. 30 bucks at Kmart. Why is it that in the 80s Kmart had all the good stuff? My freaking Commodore 128 up there, which I still need to do a video on, it has the Kmart stickers on it as well. Anywho, this is in not the best condition box. This is the box for the TV antenna switch box and switch box adapter, which, as you can see, plugged into the Atari 5200 in a really cumbersome way. The power, you see 3 right here, went into the box. 2 is the cable from the Atari, right here. Yes. Looks like your normal cable, because it pretty much is for these old systems, but it plugs into the box, and the box plugs into the TV, which makes perfect sense. Except when you realize, wait a minute, the system gets power through this box. Now, as someone who, you know, has a hobby with electricity, you know, electrical engineering, etc., is one of the things I like to do, it makes perfect sense. But it doesn't change the fact that it's still very weird. And there's stories going around that these things burned houses down. I don't know. I've heard rumors, but, oh, still in the bubble wrap. That's pretty cool. Or maybe this isn't the original bubble wrap. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, though, because here is the box. Actually, I'm fairly certain. Ooh, still got the sticky stuff so you can stick it to the TV. Because the idea was that this would stay plugged into the back. Note the very short cord that plugs into the back of the TV itself. Wow, that's terribly out of focus. Focus! Okay, we're moving on. It's got a very, very short cord. You can see that, and the prong in the center looks good. Power plugs in right here. Your antenna, or in my case, I'm probably going to plug the screw adapter for other Atari units in there. And there's your switch for switching from standby to normal. Whatever the hell that actually means. I think it goes from, is a switch from the Atari video feed to the antenna, you know, whatever the heck you're doing. But yeah, so that plugs in there and causes it to do a spin. I don't understand that. And yeah, the Atari with its long as crap cable. I hope everyone enjoyed that. That plugs in right here, and that's how the system works. And one of these god-awful controllers, which I have recently cleaned and hopefully they'll, you know, work, would plug into one of the ports in the front, and you can play your Atari 5200 games, just like any video game console on Earth is like. I mean, it's a good console. It really is, except for the controllers. They're a little bit of a pain to actually use. I have cleaned them before to work with them, so I have actually successfully played games. I mean, you can clean the controllers, but they're a pain in the butt to take out, and I've actually lost most of the screws to mine as I've been, you know, doing stuff, so they're kind of wobbly. Yeah, I mean, it'll be fun to play around with, but I don't plan on playing around with it too much, but without this, you can't do a thing with the console. So I thought, why not order one? Is it worth it? Yes and no. Oh, there would be the old Atari 300 to 75 ohm adapter for, you know, twin lead old TVs. I need to get one of those old retro TVs. That'd be cool. So, right, I'll go on and hook it up to that TV, and we'll see what happens. Oh, and just because it's totally worth mentioning, the angry video game nerd joke about the sparks, if I can get it plugged in here, is no joke. Very seriously, if you have the power on and you plug in the 5200 itself, it sparks. I know. System works. Console turns on. Everything's in good shape. It's been a couple of years. Defender's up and ready. Start's not working for me though. I have played around a bit in cleaning this controller. You can see I can change the game mode by pushing 1, 2 with my very blurry handed controller. But start and such, I've desperately got to clean those if I ever want to attempt to actually play the games. I only own 7 Atari 5200 games, so it's not like it's that big a deal, but I mean, I'm a retro gamer. If I want to play Atari 5200, I can play it. If I want to play 7800, I can play it. I got one of those. If I want to play 2600, I'm set. NES, I got one. Intellivision, sure. Commodore, there you go. Then there's always emulation. Emulation's cool. But, okay, so the adapter works. Everything's good. I can go leave feedback for this guy on eBay. Seriously, it was supposed to get here 2 days later than it did. But that's the benefit of living in Memphis. Packages seem to get here pretty quickly. Oh well, this is Chris signing out. Thanks for watching. Later. And here is an audio append to the video you just watched. After doing some cleanup to the controllers and trying very hard to make sure everything is as clean as possible, they just don't work. I believe somewhere in the couple of years that the controllers were not used, something went very, very wrong with them, and the start, pause, and reset areas do not work anymore. They're dead. In theory, I could find the wires that lead to those particular sections on the membrane panel, clip those, put a switch in, and have physical little switches hanging out of the controller, but that's too much work. So I'm probably just going to have to buy a, one of those gold contact controllers that people manufacture, or find one of those weird third-party ones, or just, I don't know. So I can't really play anything, but at least I know everything works, and it's not a gigantic paperweight. It's now a gigantic paperweight that can display a couple of pictures on a TV. That's an improvement. Right. Again, thanks for watching. Later.